Hi everyone, I will show you how to create the Eureka service in a quick mode for Spring Boot microservices application. It is very simple. Just you can open either Eclipse IDE or STS Spring tool suite. Then whichever you are familiar with. So this is the STS tool suite. So I'm going with a new Spring Starter project. You can just click on the simply Starter project. So here by default it will be enabled all the uh, default thing, all type, Java version, packaging, language, and this is the artifacts. Everything will be enabled by default if you are already created, and if not created you can use this one, Eureka server. I'm just giving as a Eureka server. So remaining thing, package I have already added, and artifact you can give anything, just one or two, anything. Version it will be created automatically. The Spring Boot description, enable Eureka server or service, you can give anything. Just click next. Click on next. Here you need to select the dependency called Spring Cloud Discovery. Here you need to enable Eureka server. This is most important while you are creating the Eureka service. Then by default it is automatically enabled. Once you click on the select box, see, then it will be selected Eureka server. Click next, then finish. It will take a while for importing content. Just wait for a while. After creating, what you need to do, you have to modify the application.properties file in the resources. Just go here, see what are all the things available. This is the simple Spring Boot application, which will be the default application, default file, Java file, which will be created by Spring Boot itself. And this is the default annotation which will be enabled for Spring Boot application, which contains Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration, and component scan, with all these three annotations included with that. So here what we need to do here, uh, using the application.properties file, we have to enable the port and few things in the application.properties file. We can check, use spring dot application dot name, which will be the name of your application. Give you can Eureka server or whatever it is, Eureka server. Then server dot port, sorry, server dot port, it is the enter type. You can use 8761, that is the Eureka server default port. And if one more thing you have to add it, Eureka dot service client dot register, Eureka dot client dot register with Eureka. It is false. By default it is not registered. And one more thing you have to add it, Eureka dot client dot fetch registry also false. That's all from here, the application.properties file. So this is the name of your Spring Boot application with the, this is the server port for the Eureka server, and this is for a registration purpose which is not required, and this is also for the fetch registry also false. And you can just run the service, and it will not open the Eureka server, because we have to enable the annotation called at the rate Eureka, enable Eureka server, you are missing that. Let me check what it will give you. The no profile set, so falling back to default properties, it will wait for so port it is updating to 8761 and Eureka started Eureka server application in 21.315 seconds and default port is 8761. We will check whether it is running or not in the http localhost 8076. Is that right? 8761. 8761. See, white label header page. That means we haven't configured the enable. We haven't enabled the server. Here, you need to enable 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 Eureka server. Then only it will come. Enable Eureka server. Check how to import netflix.eureka.server. Now you can save it and then you can stop it. Now you can run this application as a Spring Boot application. Or else you can do other thing also. Instead of running the Java file, you can completely right click on the project, run as Spring Boot app. So this way also you can run the project and it is started. So initialized and 8761 adding the new peer nodes, that is called 8761 with the default Eureka service. Let me take this path and hit from any of your favorite projects. It will land on the Eureka server page. This is the Eureka default server page and the system status it is giving the here not available, and the instances which are applications running with currently no instances are available. This is the server info, that is a general information. So instances in the sense IP address of the local system or your laptop or desktop. This is how you want to create the Eureka server service for your requirement. If you want to, so right now there are no services available or applications available instances, and if you want to create, please wait for a while and we will update soon as possible for that also. Need any assistance, please get back with the chat box. Thank you. This is how you want to create the service with microservices.